Ryan Garcia's new head trainer, Derek James, has admitted a little bit of a potential weakness, some vulnerability in the Ryan Garcia camp going into April 20th against Devin Haney. Obviously, this is a big fight at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, scheduled to take place. Hopefully it goes down. Obviously, we've been hearing a lot of talk about, Ryan Garcia should pull out, Ryan Garcia should do this, should do that. Obviously, you guys know where I stand. If it's legit that he feels this way, he's not in the right he's not in the right state of mind, I do think that he should pull out of the fight. If not, you're your own man and you can make the decision whether or not you're suitable to fight. I don't like this cognitive test, the New York Athletic Commission potentially giving him a mental test to see if he's fit to fight, and I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like if Ryan Garcia feels like he's ready to go, he's ready to go. If not, then pull out. But, otherwise, make that fight happen. But ultimately, Derek James, Ryan Garcia's head trainer, has been talking about how, this is a fight that he wants Ryan Garcia to focus on, but he doesn't want to get involved in any of the drama, stuff like that. But he was also asked about, if Ryan Garcia, if Derek James could choose Ryan Garcia's opponent, would he have gone for Devin Haney first, or would he have gone for a guy like Rolly Romero first? And Derek James said that, he would have liked Ryan Garcia to fight Rolly first. And that was an interesting thing to hear from him, but I respect it, keeping it 100. And I've been telling you guys that I was in favor of Devin Haney, not fighting Ryan Garcia. I would have liked to see Ryan fight Rolly first, like Floyd Mayweather said. Floyd Mayweather also advised Ryan Garcia to go in the route of fighting Rolly first, pick up that belt at 140, and then you kind of build up to that Devin Haney fight, and that fight becomes even bigger. I agree with that. I understand that. But ultimately, if you're the trainer of Ryan Garcia, it's interesting to hear that, you're willing to admit that you would have liked to fight Rolly first and build up. But, he's just implying that as, if it's a new dynamic and relationship between trainer and fighter and Ryan Garcia and Derek James, that he would like to build it. They'd get better as they go on. So ultimately, if you're going to fight a guy like Devin Haney, maybe start with a Rolly Romero first. So I understand that. But a lot of people are taking that and running with it and saying that Derek James even knows that Ryan Garcia is done for, that Ryan Garcia is going to get toasted. He's going to get cooked by Devin Haney, get crushed by Devin. But I think I picked Devin. I picked Devin, but I've always been saying, the ultimate test for me in terms of, what I need to see from Devin Haney is I need to see a knockout. I need to see a stoppage win to really put that stamp on it, because I've talked about it in past videos. I think you guys already know, boxing fans, they like to compare performances against common opponents. So Devin Haney goes in there, he beats he beats Ryan Garcia. They're gonna say, oh, but what did Tank do? Tank stopped him. But there's also that conflict and that caveat where you have to remember that Ryan Garcia had to deal with a catch weight at 36 and couldn't rehydrate properly. He had to deal with that rehydration clause, only being able to gain within a 10-pound range. So that throws you off as well. So I'm not saying Ryan Garcia would have won the fight. Obviously, I think Tank is still on another level. I just think, ultimately that does impact a fighter. They already have to cut weight. Ryan already had moved up to 140 at that point, but was willing to make the sacrifice to make a big fight happen with Tank. So he came down to 36, and then, could only gain within 10 pounds of what he weighed in before fight night. So it's just it's so complicated. I don't know. I don't even know what's real, what's legit. But at the end of the day, Tank got the job done, so I respect it. But I just don't like how they compare things. But even putting that aside, the fact that fans are going to compare whatever Devin does, however Devin performs, if he beats Ryan Garcia in a decision, I know that there's still going to be haters out there. A big, majority of the boxing world still not going to give Devin Haney the credit he deserves. But ultimately, I would like to see a stoppage. I expect Devin to go in there and handle business. I don't think Ryan's on Devin's level. As much as I like Ryan Garcia, as much as I'm a fan of him, and part of me wants to see him be able to pull this off, I also know in my brain, you know, Devin Haney has been dedicated to his craft, no distractions, not going on social media and doing crazy things, talking about crazy things. He goes back and forth every once in a while, but you see him working constantly, and everybody you talk to, everybody you know, all the trainers, all the strength and conditioning coaches, they all have good things to say about Devin Haney, and they only say positive things in terms of, you know, his work ethic. He's the most disciplined fighter they've ever seen. He has great endurance. He's always grinding. He's always running hills, high altitude, everything like that. So it's hard to go against him, but I'd like to see a stoppage. Like, at the end of the day, I want to see him prove everybody wrong. You know, he proved us wrong against Regis Prograis, was able to drop him, and nobody expected that, except, you know, I have a friend named Andy. Shout out Andy. He predicted that stoppage, that not the stoppage, that Regis would get dropped by Haney, which was crazy. I didn't think Devin was gonna drop him, but hey, like, that's a tough one to call. But against Ryan Garcia, who I don't think is it's hard to say. Ryan's bigger than Regis, but I don't know if Ryan's as good as Regis. I think that's a good fight. I think Regis Prograis and Ryan Garcia is a good fight. That would have been a good fight for Ryan Garcia to take before this fight as well as Regis. But I know that Regis had fought relatively recently, so, you know, like, and coming off a loss, obviously him and Devin fought each other, but still, like, coming off a loss is different than coming off a win. You know, Devin didn't take any shots, took no punishment. Regis was gun shy. But it's just interesting, obviously, to hear about how Derek James, you know, the head trainer of Ryan Garcia, is even saying, like, I would have liked to see the Rolly fight first, like, just to prepare. You know, you build up to that biggest challenge in the sport, which I get. You know, there's no shade. Obviously, you guys saw the title, but ultimately, you know, I'm trying to talk about, you know, what people are saying and then why they're wrong. Like, obviously, we like to talk about, a lot of people like to talk about the negative stuff in terms of, you know, oh, Derek James already thinks Ryan Garcia is going to lose. I don't think that. I just think it's a tough task. Like, he just wanted time to build with Ryan Garcia. They're still a pretty fresh duo. You know, it's a pretty new dynamic. So, like, what Derek James is saying, like, as you start with one coach, you want to build slowly. You don't start at 0 and go straight to 100. You go 0, you go 20, 40, 60, then you maybe make that jump to an elite fighter like Devin Haney. But so, like, I understand that. I agree with that. And in the video, I've talked about how Floyd Mayweather, he's kind of impacted the sport of boxing in a negative way, because he's, like, hindering the influence of, you know, the influence that he has on other fighters. You know, he's too, like, involved. Like, with Ryan Garcia, kind of took him under his wing. Is very influential, is what Ryan Garcia even said himself, and then kind of threw off the fight with Devin Haney and got Ryan in the route of fighting Rolly, which I get, and I would agree that would have been the better fight. But if Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney are already ready to talk about it, I feel like, you know, that's like, all right, you should be hands off now. But, you know, for Mayweather to still get involved, I didn't know how I felt about that. I feel like you got to let these fighters do their own thing, let them, you know, succeed and fail on their own. But obviously Floyd Mayweather's a GOAT, so, like, any knowledge, any advice, like, these fighters are going to take it. You know, rightfully so. I just think, like, you got to give these fighters their moments. Guys like Tank, I feel like, you know, against Ryan Garcia, we know Floyd was in that ring. I think you just got to let these fighters do their thing. It's their time. They got it. They'll handle it. And just sit back and enjoy the show, because, like, you've accomplished everything already. There's no need to get involved with everything else. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Derek James says that he would have preferred Ryan fights Rolly first, but still going to be a great fight regardless on April 20th. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I need to see a stoppage from Devin, or else I know people are going to be haters still. So do you guys think Devin can get the stoppage? Let me know in the comments. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. That's going to do it for another Naz Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.